Ladies and gents, welcome to Pigs in Blankets, the podcast where we're going to talk absolutely waffle about anything, anyone, anyhow. We're probably going to do entertainment, news, whatever. My name's Ramon. I do a YouTube channel, and this is the very first episode, and we've got a ex-army veteran. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
See, I did that all by myself. This is Ben. Ben, introduce yourself. Just say who you are and, a little bit about you.
Yeah, my name's Ben. As Gav says, I'm ex-forces. I was in there for about 10 years, 4 tours under my belt. Yeah, I'm pretty opinionated, I'll be honest. Some things you'll like, some things you won't like. Either way, I don't care.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with that. And basically, ladies and gents, we're going to be doing this every single week, and it'll come out on a Wednesday at about 3 p.m. So that's basically the plan. It's planned but kind of unplanned. We're normally going to go with like 7 or 8 subjects, and it's just going to fly through every 5-10 minutes, and we'll just waffle on. And if you guys, tell you what, people can even get involved if they want to and come on maybe. This is, as I say, all unplanned, and this was all decided last night that we're doing a podcast called Pigs in Blankets. So here we are. We'll start off with the first topic, and we're going to run each thing for like 5-10 minutes, just see what happens basically. I didn't think about that. I should get like a little timer, I could use a stopwatch on my iPad. See, this is how organised we are doing it the first time, and in a year's time they're going to be going, my God, you remember them guys when they did the first one, and now they've got 18 billion people watching. There's not 18 billion people on the planet, is there? No,
I don't know. The way the Asians keep reading, it won't be long.
Well, he's going in hot.
I warned you.
He's going in hot. My goodness, is he going in hot? I need to have a what do you call it? Where do you have like the stopwatch thing on your? They do have it on here. I know they do. That's the other thing as well to remember. It doesn't matter if we make mistakes or fuck up because it's going to be edited.
All right.
Because I'm recording this, it doesn't really matter. Do you see what I mean? So that's one thing I've got used to when I'm doing my filming is you can have the pauses and shit like that, and I kind of rush and I think I've got to talk. You ain't. Just do it as you do it. Because it don't matter, because I'm fucking editing after anyway. Do you know what I mean? Where the fuck is the stopwatch? It's on the clock. That's where it is, Ben. Thanks for the help, though.
On the clock. Yeah. Well, usually that's where watch is.
Well, that's...
Watch
no,
clock.
it's not where the...
Time.
No, but I'm... Prick. Right, so our first topic of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is... Here we go. It's got allegations surrounding the BBC presenter Scott Mills, who's a DJ, raised questions about historical misconduct, claims and institutional accountability. When high-profile names get linked to abuse investigations, especially alongside people like Rolf Harris, Gary Glitter, Hugh Edwards and all the others that we've seen at the BBC, people start asking a bigger question. Is this a pattern inside the BBC or a failure of oversight that spans decades? Do you know who Scott Mills is, or is he not someone you're familiar with?
Yeah, he's radio presenter until he took over Zoe Ball, I believe.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I didn't even know that. I know he is. I'll be honest with you, straight off the bat, I've never liked the geezer. I've never liked him, honestly. Yeah, I've never liked him.
Jeremy Vine, irritating.
Oh, yeah, Jeremy Vine. Yeah, he's one of those geezers where I'm like, when you just feel something is a bit off. I'm like that with the geezer who does LBC radio as well. Oh, my God, what is his name? James O'Brien, that fella.
Oh, God, yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah. He's another one where I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised, if something some point comes out about him. Maybe I'm wrong. I just, when you just get a feeling about someone. So what do you reckon?
I think Scott Mills is a bit woke in here as well.
Is he? I don't know. I've only seen him do like a few of the interviews and stuff on Radio 1 or BBC Radio 1, yeah. I've seen him doing the interviews on that, and I've just like, there's just something, when you just can't put your finger on it. I don't really have anything to say, really. I look at the geezer and I'm like, nah, something ain't right there. So this doesn't really surprise me.
No, the thing is with BBC, they're very good at, bringing in nonsense, aren't they, and protecting them. And I don't think it's just BBC either. I think it's the government as well. So
really?
Well, how many times?
When you look at, I suppose you look at Labour and everything else, all the people that have been arrested behind them. Yeah, you're right. Good point. Yeah.
I think Tories just as bad as well. They've been in power and allowed, they haven't done anything about it, haven't stopped it, they haven't put any protections in, nothing.
That's true.
Just got BBC, you sort yourself out, it's that now.
I think the other thing as well, I think it's on people's backs is I can't believe that, the way I look at it is that people have to pay for a BBC licence, right, for the TV licence. And I've always looked at it in a bit of a warped way and said to myself, well, people are basically paying the wages of sex offenders then. So you're being forced to pay for people who abuse. I don't know any other way to look at it. It would be like if we heard, say, like the big CEO and the producers of Netflix, if they all did this, no one would pay for Netflix. But it would be like, no, you have to pay for it. That's how I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't get it. I don't get it, and I think it's fucked up.
It's an establishment that's there for the left, isn't it? Let's be honest. Because even when the Tories were in, they were still slating the Tories. But Labour does anything wrong. Oh, no, Labour are great. Labour are great. It's like, no. You're protecting nonces. So far left. Yep. How is that supposed to be non-biased?
Do you know what? I was thinking this last... It was something else actually yesterday about... Oh, my good God. I don't even know if I've put it on the list, but I think... Wait a minute. Have I put it on the list of questions? Because this... Right, we'll stick on it because this is with the BBC as well. And this will affect you directly. Ben, are you ready for question of the day? I don't know the exact context of this, so I'm talking rubbish right now. I don't know. You might have seen this. No, you have. I'm pretty sure you're the one who shared it on Discord. The BBC put that article or advert about banning dogs, or dogs are in too many places, and you've got a dog, right? So, and a lot of British people, speaking in general, dogs and cats and animals, we're an animal-loving country. So criticism of dogs or negativity towards dogs, as in, let's not have them in places. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen the full context of what it is, but we've seen this talk, and I believe it's for a specific reason. But what do you think?
Well, I think anyone who doesn't like dogs should fuck off, really, quite honest.
Okay, so we're just not holding back then, are we?
No, absolutely not. Like you say, it's protect the certain people of certain religion.
Yeah.
In my eyes, if you don't want to see dogs in open spaces, stay at home. Stay at home. In fact, I'll pack your bags, buy your passport, and I'll send you back myself. I'll pay for your flight.
Wow.
Go. Because we are a dog-loving country, like many other countries.
Yeah, but is it cats or dogs, Ben? Cats or dogs, mate?
See, I like animals in general. I like animals in general. I'm more of a dog person.
Yeah, I think most people are. Most people are.
Cats. Yeah, but I do like cats as well.
I love pussy. I do. I love pussy. It's great. Yeah. Cat, pussy cat, Ben. Pussy cat.
Yeah.
Talking about pussy cats.
The hairy kind. What colour?
Black.
Ginger?
No, I love them black. I love a black pussy cat.
Noir.
Wow, yeah, mate, that's perfect for me. So, this whole thing, so apparently, let's just say it outright as it is, there's a particular ideology and faith in this country that are anti-dogs. I've seen videos of a guy, I don't know if you know, he's Mohammed Hijab, when he was on a protest. He's one of these scholars of Islam in the United Kingdom who goes out, debating and stuff like that. He's been on Piers Morgan and various others, but I see a protest of him in London, and the video clip was of him saying, if that person comes near me with a dog again, he warns the police, I'll kill it. And I'm like, we're catering now to this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We are a dog-loving country. Jesus Christ. It don't even bother me like when some people get funny if you have dogs in pubs and stuff. I fucking love going to a country pub. I don't care, mate. I love going to a country pub and they've got a bowl of water on the floor. I don't care. Like you walk in and there's like some country farmer folk walking along, which is completely the opposite lifestyle to what I live in London. But I'll go out there, like my sister lives a bit further out, and I'll go to a local pub, get a nice fucking lunch meal, and I see people with their dogs and shit. I fucking love it, mate. I like it. Do you know what I mean? Because it's what we are. It's what we do.
A lot of pubs make a lot of money from dog walkers as well, and that's the thing.
Oh, really?
If you like, near where I live, near Alton Towers, there's some dog walker pubs on there. Oh yeah, absolute nemesis.
Hey, God, that was a good one. I don't know any of their rides because I'm too scared to go on of them, but that was a good one.
Yeah. But a lot of them rely on dog walkers and ramblers and stuff like that. So
I didn't.
You go Wales.
Yeah.
You go Wales. A lot of them are out in the countryside. Most of the pubs, especially North Wales, Mid Wales. Who goes around there? Dog walkers.
That didn't even occur to me. To be honest, that didn't even.
And a lot of them sell meals as well for dogs. A lot of them as well.
Oh right, yeah. I think it's just part. To me, it's a part of our culture, the same way as a Sunday roast is. Like animals, it's just part of. Yeah, it's just exactly that. So yeah, I mean, this is we're kind of like. This segment's kind of focused on the BBC, and like that's just two stories really in the last week. You've had someone who's been sacked for allegedly approaching or assaulting or doing something with a teenage boy in the late 90s, and then in the same week you've got talks of are dogs in too many places and stuff like that, and do we need to crack down on it? And it's bollocks. Let's be honest, it's absolute bollocks. I think
the only thing we need to crack down on is bad owners. And bad breeding.
Yeah. Okay.
So if they do stuff on that, I'm all for that. Even bring back dog license, I'll happy pay for a dog license.
Yeah, no, I'm with
when
that.
they say ban dogs, absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
It pisses me off, mate. It does. Yeah. It annoys me. Certain specific things. It's the slow erasure of British culture, and then to me, it's just another tick on the box. It's just another. Yeah. Wasn't it a couple of weeks ago that the government? I'd done a video on it on the channel actually. Is the countryside too white? This kind of stuff. It's like, what are you even doing? Like, what the fuck? Like, it's so insulting and it's so disrespectful to people of this country.
You might as well say India is too Indian. Yeah, Africa's too African.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But we'll wrap that up there. So I think both of us are in agreement. The BBC needs to go. I'm not a fan of the BBC. And years ago, man, when I was working in media, that was probably the one place when I started when I was a lot younger. I'm like, I've got to get a job at the BBC because that's the gold standard, wasn't it? It was like 20 years ago when I was a kid, it was like, oh, but it's always been this way. I just didn't know. But as a kid, it was like, if you're going to become a journalist or if you're going to get into media, the news, that's the top shelf. If you're going to start somewhere, get a local paper, whatever, that's the goal because you've got a job for life. I would never touch that place. Never. Right, our next one, ladies and gentlemen, this dropped last night. And again, it's probably updated since now. Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated last year in the United States, Turning Point USA, you'll see it over the news. Horrific video, disgusting video. New claims came out last night that Charlie Kirk, there's inconsistencies in ballistic evidence with reports questioning whether the bullet matched the firearm. If this is true, it raises a bigger issue. Was this a flawed investigation or is there something more deliberate behind the scenes? Again, I only know what I've just said to you. So this is just kind of us going on an opinion-based thing. I don't know if you know about this, but all I remember seeing is the day that it happened. I covered it on the show because I was like, Jesus Christ. I've never seen anything like that. We've seen graphic stuff, you can see it on X and other platforms, but I'd never seen anything like this where it's someone we see in the public eye so much, and it was like, holy shit. So it was horrific to see that, and I knew straight away as soon as I see the footage, I've never seen someone shot before, but the second I saw it, I'm like, that guy ain't making it. Like, it was graphic. And
I remember on the stream, and we were talking about it, and the footage come out, and we saw the footage. I was like, he's gone. There's no way he's survived. I don't care how close. I mean, I'm ex-forces myself. I've seen it, and you could just tell that where it hit him. He was like, no. Yeah, I think it was like the neck. It was the neck, wasn't it? Yeah, and I was just like, I think I see it once or twice, and I'm like, there's no way that guy's surviving that. It just he kept saying he was stable. He was critical. Then he was stable, and he's doing all right. And it's like, far after and it's like, no, he'd gone before he even left that place. There's no survival in that. I don't care who you are. You ain't surviving that.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
God rest the fella's soul. Like, it's whether you like someone, and then obviously after that you had all of the nonsense about the people on the left, I'm glad, and this and that and the other. I don't even fuck them people. I think it's anyone who there's a lot of people. I don't like Keir Starmer. I don't like Sadiq Khan. I'm not sitting there advocating. I'd want him removed from power, and I fucking hate him.
I heard Khan was your best mate.
Yeah. We both know if someone like Starmer and Sadiq Khan was in the local pub and spoke the way they did about things, they'd get a right-hander. Someone give him a slap in the mouth. That's not inciting violence. That's just saying, if a bloke behaves that way and does what he's doing, other blokes will hold you accountable. It's just fucking reality. I
think we're in a scary stage now, though, in life where social media and stuff like that, the propaganda can't be used as powerful as it used to be anymore, unless it's on social media.
Yeah.
So you see the news, you're like, I don't believe that. But you see it on social media, it's like, oh, yeah, look at this, look at that. Especially with AI, it's dangerous.
I think that's probably one of the most dangerous things at the moment. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The other thing as well is, back in the day, like in the 90s, me growing up when I was a kid, we never spoke about politics as a kid. Never. And when people talking politics, it was a quick 2-second chat. You had a disagreement. It's like, right, carry on with life. Now, it's violence. You can't speak to families are falling out. It's ridiculous.
That's something I don't understand as well. Me and my old man are so different, man. Like, we're so different. He's very Labour and he's in his ways. Do you know what I mean? And I get it because he was a printer, so he's benefited from the Labour Party, and so I was raised with that. So I was Labour because you're influenced by your parents. As I've got older,
same.
I've changed. And I'm looking at what Labour are doing, and it's the same as the Democrats in the United States. And I'm like, you're not really for everyone, are you? You're not really for the British people. And it's whether that's that's my opinion. It might change one day, but I just see what's going on and I'm a bit disgusted. But back on Charlie Kirk, like with the bullet thing, it's saying that apparently the bullet doesn't match with the firearm. So I'm guessing that's the guy that was arrested who's on trial or whatever with this. So do you believe, again, we're just speculating, we don't know. Do you know what I mean? Do you think he's the guy responsible, or do you think there's more to it?
There was speculation before, wasn't there, that they just got a random guy and all this stuff. I don't know, why is it taking so long to get the ballistic report and stuff like that? Yeah. Who's been fiddling? That's the question. If it is that the forensics were wrong, who's been fiddling with the forensics? Why haven't they been
right, because that's, I mean, it's how long ago? 6 months ago, probably more. I'm not sure the date of it. It was like late last year. So you're right. It doesn't take fucking long to get to something like that. It doesn't. I don't know.
So something's going on here. He's been used as he's a psychotic nutter. Maybe, I don't know. Could be wrong. But they've gone, you know what? We want him arrested because we know he's done this crime, so we're going to use him because he's a nutter. And we use him as an excuse. He's a scapegoat. But really, it might have been someone inside. Who knows? And
there's the talks that I see on social media as well. People are like, well, Israel done it. So I see all of this talk. Again, I don't even know what the hell the reference is towards that, but it's... it
wouldn't surprise me if politicians were involved in it. It really wouldn't. Because he was so influential and he was going so against the grain with Kamala Harris and all that lot. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was an inside job, because they are nutters like that. Let's be honest. They got the know-how, they got the connections, and people say, oh, it's just a conspiracy theory. Look at the networks. Because I know Candace
Owens goes off on all of it, but again, I used to watch a lot of Candace Owens, but I've lost interest in a lot of her stuff because I think she kind of...
She's a dick as well.
Yeah. I used to, I mean, you know me, I love my black women and I get a bit of a soft spot for her, but I think, but I find it disappointing how she behaves. Again, it might even be proved all wrong, mate. We might be sitting in here in a year's time, 2 years' time and going, everything that she said that's absolutely insane at this point, it might all be true. And if it is, I'll sit here and I'll gladly go, I was wrong, and I'm pretty sure you would as well. But but she's going off on stuff where I'm like, this isn't the woman I first saw when she was in Congress standing up to things. And I'm like, I like this woman. She's got her knowledge. She knows what she's talking about. Now she's just kind of rambling. She's doing what we're doing. It's just kind of talking, and it's just our opinions. But you can't, someone in her position, you can't throw that kind of shit around nilly-willy without a bit of backlash. But we'll keep an eye on it. I just thought I would bring it up because it was something that I saw last night, and I thought that's a bit of a...
I don't think we'll ever find out anything. I don't think we'll ever find out.
Probably not.
If I'm honest.
No, you're right. Yeah, probably not.
It'll be like the Kennedy shootings. Never find out.
Yeah. It'll be one of those. Yeah, you're right. It'll be one of those situations where for years everyone will speculate, was it this, was it that? I just think it's set a precedent of, I don't know what the right word is, but it's set a precedent of where it's become acceptable
the normal
for violence. Yeah, like that should not be acceptable anywhere. Even when we saw the things happen a couple of times with Trump, whether you've got people saying that the shootings, the attempts on his life were fake, whether they were real or not, we shouldn't even be having those discussions over this sort of thing. But that's where we are in this day and age. I don't think it'll be long before that kind of thing's happening here, because whatever happens over there reflects over here. I remember probably 10 years ago with Dr. Jordan Peterson was doing the stuff at universities, and there was all of the talk of the trans stuff and all the woke videos and the Karens and all of that. I remember seeing that 10, maybe longer years ago with him in America on UCLA in wherever I remember that name, the campus, and it all kicked off there. Now we're seeing that kind of mad bullshit happening in this country with our, colleges, schools, what they're learning. But yeah, I'm kind of going off on one. But so yeah, we'll keep an eye on that anyway with Charlie Kirk. Let us all know what you think about it. The next one I want to get onto, complete flip the script, because that's what we like to do. This is one that will apply for me and you both, because this is going to be funny. Right. Modern dating feels broken. More people are single. More people report loneliness. Yeah, the dog agrees. No, the dog agrees. It's like, we need to get him laid. And apps have turned relationship into swipe-based decisions. Are social media unrealistic expectations and shifting gender roles creating a disconnect, or are people simply less willing to settle? What do you think's going on in the world of the dating and men and women?
I think it goes down to social media again, because so much crap out there. Like, women have got to be this, men have got to be that. And it's like, fuck it off. Get rid of dating apps for one. Get rid of dating apps, because it's all lies. Everything you see on dating apps, it's all lies.
How do you know?
Because I've used them in the past.
Same here.
I have. That's how I met my ex. It's fair. She was
wow,
really
okay.
Nice. She was really decent, to be fair.
As I say, I know quite a few
things
people.
Things didn't work out.
Yeah, I know quite a few people that have had their relationships and come from like it was like Plenty of Fish, Hinge, Tinder. I don't know any of the, if there's any more. I don't know, but I've had bad experiences as well. We'll get into the laugh side of things. So,
I think with relationships now is no one's willing to fight through the issues no more. You know, you're gonna have differences, and no one's growing together anymore. If you know what I mean. You know, when you first get together, you got this like, oh yeah, I've got this perfect image, and that's the issue. You're setting everything too high, your standards, and it's like people are people. You're gonna have bad sides, you're gonna have good sides. It's about finding that person for you.
I think it's a generational thing, and I think it's a social media thing. Definitely, I think it's quite sad. I actually think it's quite sad because I see social media. Every girl out there, especially these young girls on TikTok and all that, which I'm gonna absolutely go into at some point and rip the crap out of all of these because it's such a fake persona that you portray online that no one is ever going to live up to that. Like every single girl leaving school believes that they're a 10 out of 10. Every single one of them deserves, you know, to be dating Michael B. Jordan or some Hollywood superstar who's getting 10 million a month. Every single woman believes that that's what they should all be getting. And it's like, no bloke is ever going to live up to that. Vice versa. Blokes are out there. You've got your Andrew Tates and all of them. And they're portraying this, we're macho men and everything else. And I think it's good. Masculine and
don't forget Andrew Tate's Muslim as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And
so he's got a belief in him.
I think it's good to keep your masculine energy to be a man and everything else. But at the same time, it's like you just said, man, things are supposed to be a fucking 50-50. Bit of you, bit of me. That's how it works. If I do wrong, I apologise. You do wrong.
It's not even 50-50. I don't agree with that statement either. It should be 100-100. 100-100.
Right. No, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Fucking cheeky prick. Like, you know.
That's where we're going wrong, mate.
No, yeah. You know, that's a good point. But it's...
But the other issue you got as well with today, you've got cost of living and everything going on. Everyone's working. No one can afford to go out anymore and meet.
Yeah.
Everything's through social media, dating apps, it's through your phone, through your laptop. Now, you're never going to know the true people unless you meet up and you start talking. But again, you got this high level of expectation of someone. And it's like, it's bollocks. All of it's bollocks. And you're told, well, you've got to be thin. Fat people are okay. You've got to be 6'7", and you've got to have X amount of money. It's bullshit. It's not reality.
I was having a chat with a friend last week. Was up London, and he was doing photography and all of that. He's just got married. My mate Warren. He was walking around, and we were walking around London, Liverpool Street, and all of that. And we got to talking about relationships. And I'm like, how's the marriage? And he's like, he's happy. Like, I'm happy for him. Do you know what I mean? He's genuinely met someone, and he's fucking over the moon. I'm like, great, that's fucking awesome. He's like, don't you ever want to meet someone? I'm like, well, yeah, of course I do. I would say the word, I don't know if the word is lonely, but there's times where I think to myself, I miss being in a relationship, like having that partner that's like your mate, your best mate female. I'm like, I fucking miss that. Of course I do. Every bloke likes that. But I thought to myself, when I'm looking at the modern dating and how it is, he goes, well, why don't you use the apps? I says, I've tried. And I says, it's just the same example. We could all give examples of crazy stories. And I'm like, I believe in it just happens when it happens. Maybe it'll happen for me. Maybe it won't. But I'm kind of, he goes, really? He's like, you really think like that? And I said, yeah. I said, like, we're walking around Spitalfields Market, which is right next to Liverpool Street. And it's just chock-a-block rammed. I said, if we were walking around now, like we're walking around the market, there's loads of people up here. I said, if I see a woman here that I'm like, whoa, like blown aback by, I will fucking go over there. I don't care. Like, if I'll go over there, make a twat of myself, I'll go like, hi hat. I don't care what I'll say, because if I don't, I'll regret it. I'd rather meet someone like that, or you're walking down the street, or you're going up your escalators, and there's a woman, she says, can you help me with my baggage or something? You help with her bag up the thing. I just want to meet someone like that. Or I'm getting on a bus or something, and, oh, hi, how you doing? Like, normal. That's, to me, is what it used to be. But the whole dating thing, Jesus Christ, I think the social media is definitely impacted on kids, because I don't think, especially young boys, I wouldn't want to be, think about it if it was me and you. If we're 16, 17, just going college, right, I want to go out and meet a girl, and then you look on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and they all look the same with that dolled up, pouty lips, fake look, and they're all like that, and you're like, there's a million blokes trying to shag her. I go up to her and say hello, she's going to video it, she's going to post it on social media and make an idiot. Fuck it, it ain't even worth my time, mate. It ain't even worth my time. And that's what I think a lot of young guys are like. They're like, it's just not worth the hassle.
I think they're sick of the bullshit from women as well. I'll say it out straight, because women will expect you to go in so much. Not all of them, don't get me wrong, it's not all of them. But a vast majority of them out there, they want the 6'2" guy, all this money, he's going to give, and I'm going to give fuck all back. And then that's the problem. But the women are always complaining and moaning. Men have had enough of it, and they're sick of being put down all the time. Now, men, they'll date downwards. Women date upwards, and it's fact.
Do you know what's one thing that's got to change as well? I blame parents for this as well, and it's a society as a whole, because I remember, I don't know about you, but I remember when I was a kid, my sister was always my baby girl, my princess, my little angel. Boy, get out there, you little slag. That's just, but that's not a pity party. Women do not understand that. Women do not understand that. I would say the majority of young guys are dragged up, and the girls are protected from that. So they only understand. So it's not really blaming the women, but they are to blame in a way, because you look at what's going on and all of them have that. You're not going to sell them. I think all of them still have that privilege of, I'm a girl, I don't have to go up to a man because 100 men come up to me. I'm a girl, I don't have to.
I expect.
Yeah. Now, and so now I've genuinely taken that equality route with things, and that's probably why I'll always be single. But as I say, I'm all right with it. If a woman says to me, well, where are you going to take me? I'm like, where are you taking me?
Yeah, I think the other thing as well is roles are reversed. So men nowadays, especially young kids, they're more feminine now because they got to show their emotions. Genetically, men withhold their emotions because we can't handle it. We're not built to handle emotions. We're crap at it. It's fact. Women are very good with handling emotions because they express everything. But I think that's we force this thing onto us that we're not compatible with giving emotions out. And the minute we do, we're shut down. It's like, oh, you're a pussy.
But that's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. It's because men are treated as in a way, I get it. Because when the gun comes out and gets fired, it's my job to jump in front and take the bullet. I'm all right with that because that's what we do. And it's not like a macho. Yeah, it's not a macho man thing. It's just in our fucking DNA. Instinct, if a woman's, it is. It's just like a natural thing. If I see a strange woman, even if she's a fucking Muslim, I don't care. If I see a Muslim woman walking down the road, she's being attacked. First thing I'm going over is I'm jumping in. Fuck this. I'm not having that because it's not a case of. It's just like an instinct. You're right. A house is on fire. I'm just gonna. Someone's got a baby on the second floor. Fuck it. I'm running in. I don't know her. I might die. Fuck. I'm not actively thinking what happens if I don't think about that. I think there's a kid in there. I've got to go and get the kid. I don't give a fuck what happens to me. That's the difference between us.
I think the other thing as well is I think men are scared to approach women nowadays because you can have false allegations thrown at you. You're arrested.
Happened to my mate.
Sexual harassment or whatever. And it's like, hang on a minute, that never happened. Doesn't matter, we're arresting you. That's it. You're staying for the rest of your life, whether you did it or not. If you did it, you deserve it. If you didn't,
you're still going to have that. Yeah, I'm going to carry on with that. My mate, I won't say his name. Let's just say he worked in a very good position in the council, and he had a really, really good job. Studied for 5 years for it, and he met a girl, and it was on one of these dating sites. So this is a warning. This isn't to warn people off, but it's just to give you a little heads up, if you like. He met a young lady and they were going on a date. He picked her up. They went for a drink. She said about going back to his, he's like, I don't really, not yet. But she said, oh, can I just use your toilet kind of thing? So she's gone into the house. He stayed outside in the car and he left on the car, the camera. He's got the camera for the filming the car accidents. My brain's gone blank. The the car camera, and he's left it on anyway. So he's in the car, and she's come. He's shown her to the door. The toilet's just there on the right. He's come back to the car, and then she's come out. Anyway, carried on going, and the three police cars, two in front or whatever, or two behind, and one slammed him in front of him when they were driving off. They arrested him for attempted assault of her because he kidnapped her. And I'm like, what? He turned up at my house. That was on the Friday. He turned up at my house on the Sunday at a family barbecue. I opened the door and he's standing there crying, black dude, crying his eyes out. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I've known this guy 25 years. He's not a bad person. And he's like, I've been accused of this. And I'm like, he told me everything. He was suspended from his high-paid job, obviously. It drove him to sort of contemplating suicide. So I'm talking to him all the time to keep his head straight. I knew that he didn't do it. Sometimes you can say, well, it's just, I'm saying it because it's my mate. You know, when you just fucking know someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's just not that guy.
You can tell someone's lying and when they're not.
Yeah, he's just not that bloke. And I've seen times where people have got into fights because he used to DJ with me, and I'm like, there's been people that have got into fights, and he's like, and this calms the situation down. He's not that guy. Do you know what I mean? And So 2 years this went on, police investigations, suspended. So his life was upside down, fucked. It got dropped because the girl had got out of, it wasn't a mental home, but it was a, like a care home for people. It's someone who's mentally unwell, but it's like, it's not a mental home. It's like a community centre.
Like a hospital, sort of.
That's it. Yeah, right. So she'd been speaking to him via her phone. She'd jumped the fucking fence, gone down the road and met him and said, I live down this house here. So he just picked her up, not knowing any of this, gone out on their first date and was accused of all of this, and she'd done it before. Well, why did it take him 2 fucking years to do that? His life was ruined. So this is what I'm saying to fellas. This isn't to say be afraid or be ever. What I'm saying to you is if you go on a date from a dating website or an app, meet somewhere public, man. At least the first couple of times, just watch your own back. Like, I'm not saying you'd be paranoid, be nervous, be this, be that. 90%, 95% of women are not fucking nutters like this, but I'm saying be careful. But I want to say that. But I want to try and play.
He's got to find the right one for you.
Good cop, bad cop, right? So I do believe the same things he's doing. I do think the same as Ben. I do. I think the majority of them are fucking nuts, but I do try to throw out the other side as well because maybe what if? Like, do you know what I mean? Because there are going to be people that listen to this that will go, "What about the other side? What about the other side?" But I would say that, and vice versa for women, because you can meet a geezer who's a nutter. He's a dangerous fella.
Well,
meet the person in public. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's not just one. I'm just saying if you meet someone on a dating app, if you go to a coffee or if you go for a meal or if you go somewhere where there's lights, camera action, and there's it's everywhere. Right, cool. And if you go home that night, something happens, well, it doesn't matter. It's all on camera. I was there. You see her go that way. You see me go that way. Game over. Like, just for the first couple of times, just protect yourself. But beware of the modern dating game. So we're just kind of against a lot of the social media shit. Right. Next subject, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good one for everyone, and I think this will get everyone going. Right. So there was a big protest in London this past weekend. The recent anti-far right protests featured a mix of symbols from pride flags to banners linked to the Iranian regime, raising questions about message consistency. Yeah, it's just, I can't even believe we're having this conversation. And we had Zara Sultana calling for people to meet in the streets and fight in the streets, which is endorsing violence, in my opinion. Where is the line between protest and escalation with all of this stuff? And again, with the flags and these protests, what do you reckon?
I mean, protests are always peaceful. Yeah, it's going to be loud. That's the whole point, is to disrupt. The minute any violence occurs, it's no longer a protest. In my eyes, if you're throwing your political views out there and you're using violence, you're a terrorist by definition. Yep. So for me, the minute it turns violent, I don't care if you're left, right, whatever. If you're going to a protest, stay peaceful. Yeah, you're going to name call, do whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Well, the thing is, you're all adults. Grow the fuck up.
That's me. I'm one of them. I'm one of them at the back. Oh, you fucking... It's him. Is it? He done it. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah. But no, like I say, I'm all for protests and whatnot, as long as it's done in the right manner. Now, when you go LGBTQ 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know what I am. A lot. To
Supreme Leader of
Muslim sort of flags.
It makes
That's
no
a
sense,
bit
does
of
it?
conflict there. You know what I mean? Because and it's how stupid the left are.
I know, they don't get it.
You can't be pro-Muslim regimes when they're anti-LGBT.
Exactly.
Me, I've been out in the Middle East. I've seen it.
Do you know what's crazy?
Trust me, lefties, they hate LGBT.
Yeah, they fucking hate you. They will kill you. It makes me laugh. It's funny because it's on this subject, but a little bit of a detour. But there was a comment on X or Twitter for all those out there, and it was about the pro-Palestine action. Yeah, and they were banned, then they were unbanned, then they were banned, breaking into places, people got arrested, the thing with the sledgehammer and all of that. And a woman said, they're peaceful protesters. I said, on the comment, would you say if I got a sledgehammer and I came at you with a sledgehammer and attacked you, are you stating that me doing that is peaceful? Because that's what's happened. That's what's happened, right? So I'm asking the person, is that considered peaceful then? Then someone came at me and said, well, if I came at you with a gun and a shotgun and blah, blah, I'm like, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. You've done that. You've already done that. I'm asking you to clarify, do you think that that's classed as peaceful to make your point? Because I don't. If you break into a place, crime. You attack someone with a sledgehammer, attempted murder.
And nearly kill them at the same time.
Yeah, like jail. I don't understand why we're even having a conversation of whether... It's fucking nuts, mate. It's absolutely nuts that I'm even trying to justify what I'm saying.
It's as judges, and this is why a lot of the police, you speak to the police, and you're like, what's the point? What is the point in arresting you for drug offences or robbery or this or that? what's the point? Because the judge is just going to go, there's a little tap on the wrist, off you go.
Yeah. I mean, as we saw,
that's how pathetic the system is.
I mean, as we've seen, it's kind of going on just with what's going on in the country. But we saw with that the councillor last year. You know, when we had the riots for Southport, that fella that was arrested for doing the throat thing, the councillor, the Labour councillor. You know, and he was insinuating to go and slice people's throats basically, and he got found not guilty of it. So you see that. Then you see someone getting attacked with a sledgehammer, breaking their spine, and you go, not guilty. Like, what?
Well, another great example, Abdul Hamza. Remember him? At the
I know that name. Oh, of course, yeah.
Yep. The hate preacher.
Yeah.
We were paying for him to live in a massive house, 2 hours, I think it was, for his family. Paying for all the food and that for him to hate on the country and promote terrorism for years.
And we've still got a lot of those people in this country doing that sort of thing, but the government...
That was the start of it, though, all with him.
Yeah. And they're too afraid the government is too afraid to stand up and do anything. And that's the problem. And that's why we're seeing escalations amongst these groups.
I don't think they're afraid.
Really?
They want this. I think they're using this as a smokescreen for everything else they're doing in the background. So they're going to use this. So, like, bringing in laws and stuff like that to take away our rights, etc. Let's say, for example,
for your own greater good, basically. Yeah, right, I got you.
Yeah. So they're using all this, fighting and protesting, because the protesting rights, they're going to go if it keeps going the way it is.
Yeah,
they'll take them off and say, right, there we go, we've got an excuse to get rid of it. This is what we wanted, and it will become a dictatorship. We're not far off it.
I'm with you. I think it's, and the thing is that we were joking about this shit about a year ago. We were like, oh, Keir Starmer, the dictator. What was I saying? Ayatollah Keir Starmer and Kim Jong Starmer. Like, all of this is a piss. It was a piss take, wasn't it? Like, oh, he's going to do. But it fucking is getting like that. It's like it's getting so radical.
Yeah.
It's so radical, and it's horrible, because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, with all of these people with the pride flags, I don't wish harm on anyone, and I don't want people to get hurt. But in a way, I'm kind of hoping when something like this goes down and it does start affecting those people, it makes me so angry. I'm going to go, told you. I don't want to be horrible, but it's like, when you see a fucking child running through the road and your instinct, it's back to instinct. Fuck it, I better go and grab that kid and grab him out of the way. This is that. It's like I'm seeing it in real time, and I'm going, you've got people at this protest, gays and bondage and everything. Dude, if you're going all that, good for you, mate. You've got Ali Moffin next to you, who supports the supreme leader of Iran, who fucking executes gay people, and you're standing next to him like you're on the same side. Trust me, when the cameras are off, mate, if they get some power and the cameras are off, mate, they are not going to be your mate. I'm not. That's not me trying to call shit. It's just fucking obvious. Like, are you stupid? Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel. I just feel like, what the fuck are you doing?
Governments want us divided anyway, like I say, because it enforces them the power to bring in new laws to restrain us. That's what it is.
But the thing is that particular group knows what they're doing. And as I say, for Zara Sultana, the former MP of Labour, to come out and make a statement of, we will take it to the streets, that's the same language that Donald Trump used when the stuff happened on the 6th of January. Take it to the streets. It's like protest, take it to the streets. So everyone in this country of that left narrative attack Trump. The Democrats attack Trump. Now you've got someone like Zara Sultana doing it. Hang on a minute, mate. So if he's a supposed criminal, does that not make her the same? Like, nothing happens to her. Yeah, that's just another example of what we see. But these protests, crazy. But I know we've got a Unite the Kingdom one coming up in May, so I think that's going to be. I think that will be massive. I just think it's going to be nuts. But I'll probably go check that out and see what it's like anyway. Right, the next subject of the day, boys and girls. This was actually going to be speaking about the influence of platforms like TikTok and that, but we kind of covered that. So I'm just going to jump past that because we got into that earlier on. Right, the next one. So I see this poster last night, and I think we'll agree and disagree on this one, but I think this is a good one. So the X-Files, which I loved. I don't know if you ever watched it. I fucking love the X-Files.
Yeah.
Mulder and Scully. Right, so
you were thinking it.
Yes, the X-Files defined 90s television, with Dana Scully and Special Agent Fox Mulder becoming iconic characters tied to the idea that the truth is out there. Now with another reboot on the horizon, not for this but in general, because there's reboots everywhere, reportedly changing the leads' racial backgrounds, it raises a broader question. Is this creative evolution or a pattern of reworking established characters instead of building new ones? And I might add this as well to it, with a new Harry Potter series on the way, including casting changes that reimagine familiar characters. Fans are split. So again, this is about race changing of characters, of stories, whether it be historical, whether it be fictional. What is your feeling on this? Because Dana Scully is now a black woman. Mulder is now an Indian dude. Professor Snape, I don't know if you like Harry Potter. I fucking love Harry Potter. Snape, who was played by Alan Rickman, is now a black dude. And it's so what is your feeling on this in general, in terms of first and foremost, in terms of like fictional? So let's go with the one that everyone talks about, James Bond. Let's go with James. We don't have to go into that too deeply. James Bond and the Harry Potter. What's your ideas around that?
I mean, James Bond is a white British man, white Englishman. That's what he is. That's the character. That's what it's about. Yep. It's about being English agent.
King or Queen and Country at the time. Queen and Country.
Yeah. I mean, if you had a heterosexual white male playing a black woman that swapped characters, sort of thing, swapped the other way around, they'd be fucking hell up. They'd be hell up.
Yeah.
I mean, what can we call it? White facing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry, if the character's white, they're white. If they're male, they're male. No, kids don't give a shit. Adults don't give a shit what sexuality they are. They don't. Yeah. They really don't. I mean, you look at the new Star Trek, for example. What a load of shit.
And you're
a Klingon fucking gay. Are you kidding?
Yeah. That would not work with Klingons, mate. That would not work with Klingons. Like, I'm not even a geek or as nerd as into Star Trek as you are, but I love the originals. I love the movies. I love Star Trek, but I'm just not as geeky into it as in I'm more of a Star Wars, the original Star Wars stuff. But Star Trek, Klingons are like the Maoris of the
Muslims.
World. Like you do, whoa, Maoris. Whoa, Maoris are good people, man. The Maoris are good people.
No, I like Maoris.
Yeah, but
you know what? Mates,
so like it doesn't make sense. That again, that's a character thing. You cannot change, and I'm the same with that. And it's the same with, and it's not just white characters. I'm the same as if you've got Shaft or if you've got fucking Malcolm X in a movie, or if you shouldn't. I think I'm like that with all art form now, but I think it should just be what it is because that's how it was originally made. I'm a bit old school like that. So it's, to me, it's not really about just the race thing. I'm like, no, that's the story. It's like if Wolverine in X-Men's there, let's make Wolverine I don't know, a gay
dude. Turn into a black lesbian now, I'll kick off.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I mean?
That's not who Wolverine, like what you've got, if you lose the foundation of what that is, the whole foundation breaks. And that's how I feel. It's like with all of those characters.
You take away what the character's about.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like Blade is probably one of the fucking coolest vampire movies ever fucking made. Nobody can beat Wesley Snipes as Blade. He is Blade. If you put, I don't know, Tom Hardy, you like, all of these actors are like, if you put Tom Hardy's Blade, it just doesn't, it's not right. That's not who Blade is. Blade is that character. So I look at it, whether it's fictional or whether it's historical, and we've seen it with historical things in England. I think there was an Anne Boleyn one where she was a black woman. We've seen it with Shakespeare Plays Up London. We've seen it with now the X-Files. And I think there was the other one. There was a movie with Brad Pitt and his wife at the time, Angelina Jolie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. They made the TV series. I never watched it, and I like the guy in it, Donald Glover, I think, isn't it? I like him. I think he's a good actor. But I'm like, I ain't watching this shit because it's like, he's cool, man. He's a good actor. And it's like, I'm not watching that because it's just...
shit.
It's not needed. Just make a new show with those two actors and just do... and because it's just the Mr. and Mrs. Smith, it's just so fucking simple. Mr. and Smith, black and white bloke, black and white woman, married, both thingies. Call it Mr. and Mrs. Turner. It's the same thing, same vibe. They both work for agencies, and it's connected in the same world. Same with James Bond, 007, white dude, 009, make a black dude. And it can always be a black guy. Like, I'm cool with that because if you have a character that's built from the grounds up in the United Kingdom, whether he's... Do you know what I'm saying? Whether it's some geezer that's born in North London or whether he's born in Manchester, that character will begin... You know what I mean? Some young black English actor will get that role and then it will grow up and then he'll be in 3 movies and they'll go, right, that guy's done his bit. Fucking hell, 009, they were good films. We need to get a new character now, a new actor. Who's the next
Too Disney-fied. That's the problem. Too Disney-fied, too work. You might as well have Storm from X-Men as a little white ginger leprechaun.
Yeah. And the thing is, it works for all of it because I'm not saying the franchise should expand that way, but if it did, it could be fucking anything. It could be one about an Indian James Bond, and that's a different number, a different character, and he goes to Indians. It doesn't matter. I'd be interested because I'm like, what's that? But imagine that shit, bro. Like happening inside fucking India, Pakistan, and there's all fucking jihad and shit. Like I'm like that. I've never seen that in a film, an action film with all of that shit with an Indian guy doing it. I'm like, right, cool, I'll watch it, check it out. But if you lose the foundation of what that original character is, the whole thing flops. And if they
do that with
if they did that with James Bond now, it's like, well, that loses the whole backstory. Blofeld, his two white parents, he was in Scotland, and but anyway, that's kind of where we feel. So we kind of think it's a bad idea. I think that will flop, the X-Files thing, because I think the original is just, it's iconic. It's like Breaking Bad.
I don't think the movie industry the film industry is learning a dicky bird.
No,
you keep changing his characters and all that lot, and they're not learning. They're just going flops. People aren't going to cinemas. Well, the one are expensive, but the story's shit because you change the characters. You change what they are, what they're about.
That's actually a good topic to jump onto that we have. I didn't even write down, but that's actually a good topic to finish on. So why do you think that modern cinema is flopping? Because I don't know if I wrote it down. Did I write the thing down about COVID? I don't know if I did. I didn't write it down. I thought I did. The question I had in my mind was, the cinema box office numbers have gone down like a lot of things since COVID, because the world shut down and the cinemas suffered for it, but it hasn't really recovered ever since. Do you think, I'm not blaming COVID, because I'm just saying it kind of got worse since. It got worse since then. Do you think that, or what do you think the reasons are that the movie industry, just in general, like going to the cinema, why do you think those things are not as successful? Why do you think people are not? I mean, I've got my own ideas, but why do you think your average Joe just like, I'm not going to the cinema?
It's costs. I think the main thing is costs. They're a rip-off. I mean, you can sit at home, rent a film for like a fraction of the price, for like 10 quid or whatever.
What's it around where you are then, if you wanted to go to the cinema?
We've got the View in the Odeon. But I think you're looking, I think you want the price. It's been years since I last been. It wouldn't surprise me if tickets were like 20 quid.
Oh, wow.
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if they are. I could be wrong, but it wouldn't surprise me. But then you got to take your food and your drink, which you got to buy from them places. You can't take your own in no more. So there's another cost, which is massively inflated.
That's a good point.
I mean, you can watch a film in your own comfort with your kids, your wife, your fella, whoever, for a fraction of the price. Do your own food, takeaway, whatever, in your own comfort, and you can go for a pee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the other thing is they're too loud as well. I find that, for me personally, cinemas are too loud anyway.
What, just the general sound? What, the sound?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. I fucking love it.
Especially nowadays. Now every day is today, more people coming out as being autistic. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm not saying that they're not lying. Autism, I know, get affected by sound.
Yeah, no, I never thought about that. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'd think as well, I'd say one of the big points as well is I just think cinema in general is shit, because the majority, again, it's not for everyone, but being a bit of a weirdo, I do love a good nerdy movie, and like I loved the Dune movies. Not for everyone, I understand that. I love the Blade Runner movies, but those types of movies are few and far between. Or like I love the first Avatar movie. I think the others are a bit meh. But you know, like that spectacle of a movie where you expect to see something, go, fucking hell, I've never seen that before. Or you're going to see that's the whole point, is to go to the cinema, is to go to see something that mesmerizes you. Yeah. And I think too much cinema, and this is on the studios, I think they're to blame for a lot of the reasons cinemas are shit, because you know, and I know that probably if there's 100 movies that come out this year at the cinema, we both know 98 of the stories before we've been. You know what I mean?
Like, same, aren't they? They're all the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a new Jason Statham movie. Okay, he works in a shop. The shop's going to get burnt down and he's going to get revenge. Great, I've seen that before. Vin Diesel's in a new Fast and Furious. Right, I've seen that before. So they're all the same
Fast
story.
And Furious is shit anyway.
I love them for what they are, but they're trash. But when I look at those big the big blockbusters, and I always refer back to it, and people take the piss and go, well, you're old. I look back and I go to when I was a kid of like 1980s and all of that. And it's not trying to be too nostalgic, but I'm just looking at it and I'm going, you had like The Karate Kid, E.T., Terminator, all of Goonies. You had all of these movies in a span of about 2 years. So you could go to the cinema. I go, right, like me and you, right, Saturday afternoon with the boys out of school or whatever we are. Right, let's go and watch The Karate Kid. Oh, that was great. Oh, let's sneak in and try and get a ticket to Terminator. It's 18, but let's sneak in. The Terminator's on. You come out and you go, E.T.'s out next week. E.T. Like, you look at them now, I can't even think. That's what I've literally just said. June, Avatar maybe 10 years ago. I can't really think of too many movies where I go, they're that level. Do you know what? Like in 20 years, people are going to look back and go, oh, I remember June. I remember Avatar. I remember that big. We don't get that anymore. And I think that's a big problem with cinema. there's just too much shit. And I think that's a good point. You pointed out the thing about the autism. I didn't think about that because I go in the cinema. I love it loud. Yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I mean, I don't have autism or anything like that. I'm just damn right rude, personally. But, yes. But you know, for me, cinemas are too loud for me anyway. I think they're way too boomy and that, and it's like there's no need to be so loud, especially when you've got so few people in there. I suppose the sound.
Are you like that if you go to a nightclub? Do you go into a nightclub, go to the DJ?
I fucking hate nightclubs. I hate nightclubs. I think the thing is, mate, I've always been one of them where if I'm in a nightclub, I'm in a corner watching the beers. That's the sort of person I am. I've got my back against the wall. I can see everybody. I don't like people being around me, around the back of me and stuff like that. But
that's a good thing that you're saying this because I would never ever have thought any of this. This isn't that's not my worldview of thinking. So it's good that you said.
Back in the day, I was a fucking animal. I was always on dance floor and partying and whatnot.
I could imagine.
Throwing some shit moves, the squaddy dance, you know, daddy two-step.
I knew you would be that guy. I knew it.
Absolutely. I can shake my hips, mate.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I went to, where was it? One of my old neighbour, he's Iranian, funnily enough. It's actually dead sound, Adam. We went out for a drink and that. He's like, oh, come on, let's dance. And I was like, I don't do that anymore, mate. I just want to come out for a quiet drink. He's like, no, let's go dance. So we went dancing. And I felt like a fucking paedophile, mate. Honestly, it's all kids.
Oh, no, if you went to a club now, I've not been to a night, as I say, I did all my music and DJing for years. I think if I went to a nightclub now, I've not been in 10, 15 years. I think if I went into a nightclub now, I'd feel really fucking weird. I know I would, because I'd see people in there and they would look like children, wouldn't they? They would look like little kids. So
you're like an old bastard, honestly. And I'm only 38.
Do you know what? I think I might go to a nightclub just for the hell of it. The thing is, I would go to a club if it was like my age, nightclub music, rave. Like I would definitely go to something like that.
Stuff like that,
yeah. I wouldn't go to something that's for this younger because it just wouldn't fit in. Too old for that shit.
Music's shit nowadays, anyway.
Yeah,
it's all copycat shit.
Yeah, it is. Bit like the cinema stuff. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up there. We'll be back again next week at 3 p.m. So that was our very first episode of Pigs in Blankets. We're looking to push this onto Spotify and Apple in the coming weeks. So I hope you'll join us again in the weeks to come, and we will be back next week at 3 p.m. So thank you very much for watching. Thanks to Ben.
Roger Trout.
Yeah, I knew he was going to do it. And we'll see you again next week. Peace.